Kurdish Peshmerga troops keep watch on ISIL positions. They've had recent success in recapturing territory from ISIL in the northern Iraqi town of Sinjar. Now they are hopeful they can defeat the armed group in other parts of the country with help from their allies.
Until now, the international coalition has been using airstrikes. As a former officer, I can tell you won't win this war from the sky. You need troops on the ground. The Americans must intervene with or without permission from the Iraqi government.
But Prime Minister Al-Abadi disagrees. He says, "We reaffirm that Iraq has no need for foreign ground troops. We did not ask any country to send any ground forces. We will consider any such troops to be an act of aggression." The United Nations says it's concerned about what it calls the Iraqi army's increasing human rights violations against Sunni communities in areas that have been reclaimed from ISIL. It goes on to say, reports indicate that Iraqi security forces, Kurdish security forces and their respected affiliated militias have been responsible for looting and destruction of property belonging to the Sunni Arab communities. Forced evictions, abductions, illegal detention and in some cases extrajudicial killings. One of those groups accused of abuses is the Popular Mobilization Forces, a mainly Shia militia that operates as part of the Iraqi army. But President Obama says he won't authorize airstrikes to support them. It all goes back to the 2003 US invasion and occupation of Iraq. That's when American diplomat Paul Bremer was sent by President George W. Bush to oversee Iraq's transitional government. Bremer made a series of decisions, including disbanding the Iraqi army, that many say have contributed to the rise of ISIL and of sectarianism in Iraq. Speaking to my colleague Mehdi Hassan, Bremer denied those allegations.
I did not disband or destroy the Iraqi army. There was not a single member of the Iraqi army, not a single unit standing to arms on April 17th, as General Abbadi has testified himself. The question wasn't to disband. That was a mistake. We should never have used that verb. The question was, should we recall the army?
Hindsight's useful for understanding the future of Iraq and Syria, but the only real debate now is whether ground troops are needed, whether they be Western, Arab, Turkish or Iranian, in the fight against ISIL. And that debate is still raging. Imran Khan, Al Jazeera, Erbil.
So now the thoughts of Mafak al-Rubayhi, an Iraqi member of parliament and a former national security advisor. He told us why Iraq isn't happy with the presence of Turkish troops on the ground in that area.
Iraq is a sovereign, independent state. And when Iraq needs any help from any neighboring country or US or Russia, the government of Iraq, which is an elected government, should ask this particular country to help in the particular way we need it. The Turkish incursion, military incursion through the borders, internationally recognized border, is certainly a flagrant violation of the international law. Without coordinating this with the Iraqi government, this is an act of aggression against Iraq, and without any prior knowledge or consent from the government of Iraq.